All right, guys, football is back. This is a very important episode. You got to watch, turn on the bell, turn up the volume. I'm going to give you some buy low candidates that could absolutely win your league. We saw what happened yesterday, the disaster at wide receiver. I'm going to explain how bad Devontae Smith, George Pickens, and A.J. Brown did yesterday. And if you own them, I'll tell you what to do. If you don't own them, congratulations. You guys got 16 rounds. So I'm going to give you guys some buy low candidates to save your season and make you aware of what just happened yesterday. Like the Eagles versus Cowboys game is a prime example why you don't draft wide receiver twos early or wide receivers early at all. We're going to talk about that. So a very important show. I have to get this out to you on this Friday. Hope you guys are having an outstanding Friday. Football is back. Can't wait to see the Chargers tonight. Omari and Hampton time, baby. Going to be exciting. So I'm excited to dive into this show. Now, if you guys actually want to win your leagues, I'm telling you, hit the thumbs up, subscribe, drop a comment below. If you have any starts and sits questions as well, I'll try to get to some of them. If you want to win your league, just turn on the bell here, hit the subscribe button, and drop a comment. And of course, guys, I've started the Patreon group. This is an in-season, the most passionate fantasy football community for direct access to me, waiver wires. In fact, you can go in right now and you're guaranteed an answer to my questions as part of the general package. If you join as a general, you get in. So Fantasy Frontlines, join the #1 fantasy community. I've linked it below, pinned comment as well. And guys, all the show's obviously brought to you by somebody that I absolutely believe in, chubbysshorts.com. They've got NFL licensed merchandise, chubbysshorts.com/lion mode, or just go to chubbys.com. Check out their swag. They got shorts. They got barbecuing. You can wear this at the barbecue. Barbecue gear, right? Beach gear. They got everything you need to get looking in your favorite team swag. Get in there right now, guys. Chubbys.com, a lion mode to save $10 on your order. Again, I've ordered the Broncos because I'm a big Broncos fan because I've got a lot of Bo Nix stock, some RJ Harvey stock, some Pat Bryant. I even got Cortland Sutton in one league as well. So Chubbys.com, chubbysshorts.com/lion mode. I've linked it below as well. Get some swag, guys. Go get your favorite team and represent them in style. Okay, guys? So go get so soft too on the skin. All right, so let's talk about some buy low candidates you need right now. Listen, I'm excited to dive into this. I'm telling you, because it's very important. I preach this in 16 rounds, man. You have to go running back early. You can get a lot of wide receivers later. Now, I'll give you a couple names you need to buy right now. Dante Thornton, all right? Amari Cooper signs on, Amari Cooper signs out. Like, it's so obvious to me when this, when a wide receiver is falling off, you could see this like a mile away. I'm like, I don't even know why they brought in Amari Cooper. So that was a waste, right? And then, we talked about, Thornton in the offseason. He was on the show. And then you have Jacoby Myers requesting a trade. Not much news out of Jack Beck out of training camp. I'm telling you guys, everyone invested Brock Bowers round 2 when you're missing Dante Thornton. Like, you need to buy this. Like, I'm telling you, you need to buy this guy before the season starts. Now, even if he ends up with 2 receptions and 25 yards, he's literally available in free agency, or you got him with your last pick. In my case, I had to draft him because I really wanted him in the 12th round. I drafted like 2 yesterday as well. I wanted to do one more draft to kind of see where the ADPs fizzle out. I'm getting a wide receiver 1, bottom line, okay? So make sure you get Thornton on your team. Great value, okay? Before he gets like 2 touchdowns this weekend, or even one touchdown, 15 to 20 points, and he's going to be a waiver wire wonder. The sheep will be on him, okay? Right now, they're kind of like aware of him, but they're not talking about him. Quick shot of pre-workout here because I'm going to get a workout after this, okay? So I would make sure you get Dante Thornton on your roster. Another one is Ollie Gordon. Now, I have a lot of conviction in this guy. Why? Well, if you look at his stats 2 years ago in college, amazing stats. That's number 1. Number 2, did amazing in training camp. Number 3, I was not a believer in Achane even before his injury this year. Like, he's been banged up in this offseason. I was not a believer in Achane before that. But when I hear news of Ollie Gordon doing well in training camp, and then I hear this Achane injury, and then Jalen Wright's out, dude, the path just opened up for Ollie Gordon. So make sure he's on your roster. I think he's a really nice depth piece. I got him as my RB 4 to 5 on my rosters on a bunch of leagues, right? I'm in 9 leagues. Ollie Gordon's in 5 of them. The reason I didn't get Ollie Gordon when I drafted back in like May, I know drafting in May is crazy. I think it was like May 30th or something like that. Anyways, I drafted way back then. It's just like I didn't like the committee that was going on in Miami. So as soon as I heard, again, the right injury and then Achane banged up, I'm like, dude. And then doing well in training camp, like all over Gordon. So make sure he's on your roster. Like, try to get him. It's that simple, okay? And the thing is, like, let's talk about real quickly yesterday. Like, AJ Brown, 1 reception, 8 yards. That didn't come to the last 2 minutes of the game. You got, who else you got? Devontae Smith, 3 receptions, 16 yards, was around 5 to 6 picks. Why would you draft a wide receiver 2 on his team in the 5th to 6th round when you can get Emeka Egbuka, who you could say is a wide receiver 2, but trust me, man, that guy could emerge easily as the wide receiver 1, right? And you got AJ Brown around 2 to 3 ADP. That's what I'm telling you. You want to load up on running backs. Now, some people say, well, Joe, AJ Brown was a recommendation in 16 rounds. Listen, last year, I didn't make a lot of recommendations. I just had my players. And people are like, well, there isn't enough players to choose from. There's blah, blah, blah. I'm like, dude, like, if I just give you my picks, you guys can't use your own brains. But if you look at all my mock drafts that I did in the 16-round drafts, which every single one of them, I didn't draft AJ Brown. I was telling you, go running back. I gave you the whole strategy, but I have to make certain other suggestions in each round as options, but I don't highlight them. Do you understand? Now, AJ Brown going into the season was a safe bet, right? But I don't like to go wide receiver early. I get the wide receivers later. So does Keon Coleman beat AJ Brown at fantasy points? I believe so, and I get him in the 9th round. Maybe, right? We don't know. So he'll definitely beat him in fantasy points this week if he plays. He's got a groin thing going right now, Keon Coleman as well. But so, again, AJ Brown and Pickens, 3 receptions, 30 yards. Are you kidding me right now? Right? Round 4 pick. I'm like, why are you getting George Pickens round 4? Are you nuts? There's wide receiver 1s you can get later. I could have got Calvin Ridley a wide receiver 1. I can get Pearsall. I get Emeka. I get other guys, right? So this was a good taste of like, wide receivers early is a waste of a pick, and we're going to see, you're going to see it all unfold, 16-rounders. Buckle up. It's going to be an exciting season, okay? Other guys you want to buy low on and just add them on your roster. So we're talking about Ollie Gordon, Dante Thornton, Emeka. Try to get them on your roster. Again, we saw what happened with these receivers, and believe it or not, George Pickens was coming off ahead of Emeka. Dude, just get Emeka on your roster. You're going to find out this weekend, okay? Another one is Keon Coleman. We just talked about him. Keon Coleman is the wide receiver 1 on this team. Whether you believe it or not, Keon Coleman, wide receiver 1 on the roster. Bottom line, it's that simple, okay? So Keon Coleman, you got to get on your rosters everywhere. They got Shakira there. Not that exciting. James Cook could catch some balls out of the backfield. Kincaid, I think, is going to take a step up this year. Kincaid last year was a 3rd-round pick. I was like, don't do it. Kincaid's going to bust. People are like, 16-rounders believed it, but everyone just listens to the mainstream sheep. Bad choice, okay? So Keon Coleman, great position. I would also look at JCM. They already talked about him being the RB3-4 on his roster, but I don't believe it because after that, I heard news like, we're going to use him a lot. So JCM, Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt, running back for Washington, could be a good opportunity there. Eckler sucks. They got Rodriguez there, Nichols, whoever. There's a huge opportunity for him to shine. I understand it's a bit of a crowded backfield, but maybe 1 week goes by. Maybe you wait a week and like he doesn't do as well. He doesn't get the volume you want. Then buy into him because eventually I see him taking the job as JCM, okay? Another guy I want to talk about, and I'll give you guys some tight ends as well. Defense here you want to buy low on, maybe available on waiver wire. You can just pick up right now. But I picked him up in a lot of leagues. Alik Ayomanor, I call him Ayamanor, but they pronounce it Alik Ayomanor. Wide receiver. They just, for the Titans. And here's the thing, man. They drafted relatively high draft capital. I think he's a 2nd or 3rd round pick, something like that. Or I think he was a 3rd or 4th round. Either way, he has made it to become a starter on the Titans, okay? And Cam Ward is being slept on. This is very reminiscent of CJ Stroud in his year where Dell and Nico Collins were like wide receiver, like 60, 70, something like that. Same with Ayamanor, same with Thornton. These guys are like wide receiver 100 going into the season. Literally undrafted, end of your draft. And again, news just came out that Alik Ayamanor is going to be the man, okay? Like basically going to be in the starting lineup, which means he's going to get a lot of reps, a lot of snap counts. It could equal a lot of reps, okay? There's a lot of opportunity there. Also, another sleeper for you. We're talking some sleepers here. Keep an eye on your radar. You don't have to pick up right now, but Gunnar Helm, I actually looked up his profile in college, tight end, Tennessee Titans. Actually a really good pass catching tight end. There could be something there. I'm not really big on Chigogonkwa. I'm just not really a fan. Years to wow us, we're not wowed. there could be an emergence there of Gunner if Cam Ward tends to gravitate to him. We don't know what Cam Ward is going to do yet. We don't know exactly what's going to happen, but Alik Iomanor is really attractive because we've seen Calvin Ridley kind of get injured in the past and kind of had some years where he's wowed us in moments and then not wowed us. Great position to succeed this year if fed the ball, but Alik could really gravitate and become Cam Ward's number one. I mean, you never know, right? This is the thing. This is what makes it exciting, but you're buying really low on this, Now, who are you selling, right? Like I said, I would... First of all, let's go some more tight ends here. Elijah Arroyo, make sure you get him. Mason Taylor, Jets. Elijah Arroyo, Seahawks, tight end. Packers defense could be good as well. Make sure you target them now with Parsons there. And I would try to still get the Steelers defense. I know they're a top 10 defense. If you can get them, get like a Steelers defense. I really like defenses that are like top 10 potentially. Got Watt there, a guy that can continuously perform every single week. It's going to be hard to get a top 10 defense, but maybe you could work out a deal because they don't have to worry about streaming every week, right? And again, I explained all this in the 16-round draft solution, right? Again, Cam Ward, I think will have a potential breakout week. And it's going to be interesting to watch all of these quarterbacks as well. How are they going to do? How's Bryce Young really going to do? Is he going to really hit Tetmac a lot? Is that going to be a good connection? How's Cam Ward going to do? That's something to watch. Brock Purdy, is he going to be connecting with Pearsall? Some of these younger quarterbacks, 1-2 years. CJ Stroud, is he going to have a bounce back? So quarterbacks is something to watch this year as well. Tight ends, we talked about Mason, Taylor, Gunnar Helm. We talked about Elijah Arroyo. Terrence Ferguson's another guy you could buy low or probably pick up off waiver wire. I think there could be something there, especially if that injury happens to like a Devontae Adams or Puka. He could really emerge. He's a pass-catching tight end out of the Rams. So there's a lot of things going on. So who would you sell? Like I said, I've said this before. If you drafted a wide receiver early in round 2, like a George Pickens, obviously going to be very hard to sell now after that type of performance. But if you feel that like Pickens has a big game, maybe he gets a 2-touchdown game, sell him, right? Because I'm telling you, man, maybe it was a bad game. Like it happens, but all those early round wide receiver 2s, like a T. Higgins round 2 to 3 or Xavier Worthy, I'm not sold on. Now, he's going to have some big games, obviously, with Rice being suspended, he's going to miss 6 games or whatever. But a lot of these guys, I'm telling you, in the early rounds, guys like Pittmans of the world or guys that just have had years to wow us, we're not wowed, they're not going to get it done. Sell those guys that have had years to wow us, we're not wowed, and get some of these young rookies. Don't be afraid of the rookies. I'm telling you, these rookies are going to shine this year. Pat Bryant could emerge, pick him up. There's an opportunity there in Denver. By the way, Chubby's shorts, make sure you guys get your shirt. Lion mode, Chubby's, I've linked it below. Pat Bryant, again, wide receiver, Broncos could be something. So you want to be looking at who is going to emerge, right? Who's that budding star? Who's in front of them, right? Emeka, Mike Evans is old, right? Godwin's banged up. There's a budding star, right? Pat Bryant, Franklin Mims. I know it's a little bit of a committee. It's kind of messy right now, but those guys aren't that good. Sutton, he's kind of a 1B, right? I think he's going to have a great season, but there's an opportunity there. There's a budding star. Like there's not that much competition. You like Iomanor, right? You got Calvin Ridley and you got really nobody else, right? There's something there, right? It's better to go for those guys later in drafts, particularly instead of going like a George Pickens round 5, he's a wide receiver too. And like, you know what I mean? Where Alik Iomanor, you get him for value. And then earlier in the draft, you should have went top heavy with those guaranteed running backs, right? Also try to get Tyler Warren before he takes off as well. I really think he's going to take off this year. It's going to be amazing, okay? Also, monitor the situations. If you see RJ Harvey getting looking explosive, but only getting half the volume, buy him, right? Buy him because you're seeing that opportunity. He's a budding star, right? You got to look for who's about to break out, all right? Sometimes, guys, the roots grow, right, really deep before it emerges through the soil, right? So there's a lot of good roots going on with some of the players that I mentioned, and look for an emergence, right? Because the contributors don't see the roots. You guys see the roots if you follow this channel, all right? Join the Frontlines, guys. I've linked it below. Chubbyshorts.com/lion mode. Go to there right now. Lion mode saves $10. Go get some amazing swag. Go represent your team and join the Frontlines. Oh, my picks are below as well. Join the Counselor's Edge. And man, listen, I'm excited. Football is back. I can't wait for the Chargers game tonight. Listen, have yourself a great day. Don't follow the sheep. Don't follow the herd. They're already starting to suffer. A.J. Brown, round 2. Smith, round 4 to 5. Pickens, round 4 to 5. It's bad, dude. It is bad out there. So Hopefully you guys didn't. If you got 16 rounds, you most likely, 99% of you guys did not draft those guys. So again, subscribe, thumbs up, leave a comment below if you have any starts and sits, and I'll keep the content rolling for you daily. All right? Have yourself a great day. Football is back. Let's bring the energy. Line up. I'm out.